Hello friends, I'm back with another read aloud, and this time we are going to be reading Amelia Bedelia Means Business. So this is the first book in the Amelia Bedelia series. It is a third grade reading level, and the guiding reading level is an M. And now we're going to be doing a little bit of a picture walk. So here we have I'm going to guess that this is our friend Amelia Bedelia, and she is riding her bicycle, but the title says means business, so maybe she's trying to earn money or start her own business. So that's my prediction that I'm making based on the cover. I also see a little piggy bank is what that looks like right here. So maybe she's trying to fill her piggy bank for something that she wants, and maybe she's going to start her own business that way. So we're going to read a little bit and find out. There aren't a ton of pictures in this book right here, but here we have one. It looks like she's arriving to school with her bicycle, so it looks like the same bike she had on the front cover. Let's see if we can find some more pictures. Let's see, it looks like she is behind a counter, maybe at a restaurant, and she's looking and seeing some people eating off in the distance. So maybe she's working at a diner or something like that. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. Let's see if there's any other pictures I can show you all. Okay, this looks like a lemonade stand. I remember when I was younger, I used to have lemonade stands to try to earn money for some toys that I wanted. And then here is a news van. So maybe her lemonade stand is going to be super successful. And maybe she makes a lot of money doing that. So we're going to read chapter 1 and chapter 2 today, since chapter 1 is just a few pages. All right, so chapter 1, Money is the Route. Amelia Bedelia never meant to lead a pack of dogs on a wild goose chase. She never meant to steal something and then sell it. She never meant to make someone look bad, very bad, or lead a parade astray, or even stomp on a piece of perfectly delicious cherry pie. But all that and more actually happened. I wonder why all of those things happen. Maybe the story is gonna, or the chapters that we read ahead are gonna tell us a little bit why all of those crazy things happened. Amelia Bedelia needed to earn some money. The truth was, Amelia Bedelia needed to earn a lot of money. Maybe that was the real problem. Earning some money would have been easy. I wonder why she needs a lot of money. So I see this picture here, and we know with this bubble, it's a thought bubble. So this is what she's thinking about. That looks like a wheelbarrow full of money. So maybe that's what she's thinking she needs. But I also see a bicycle here. So maybe she feels like she needs to buy a bicycle. Amelia Bedelia could have planted petunias for a neighbor or fed a cat while its owner was on vacation, but such small jobs would never have earned the wheelbarrows full of money Amelia Bedelia needed to make. It all started innocently enough when Amelia Bedelia decided that she wanted a new bike. But then one thing led to another until the mayor of Amelia Bedelia's town finally said, "That Amelia Bedelia, she means business." Here's what happened. Chapter 2, The Bike. Amelia Bedelia adored her bike. I wonder what the word adored means. Let's keep reading and see if we can find out what that word adored means. It was a great bike. It was fast and dependable, and she had learned to ride on it. She could tell you how it had gotten every dent. She could tell you what had chipped each fragment of paint from the frame and what had made those rusty scratches on the chrome. She could match each insult to her bike to an injury on her body. Scabs on her knees, scrapes to her elbows, bruises on her shins, and a tiny sliver of a scar under her chin. So it sounds like, even though those things sound like it really hurt, she really loves her bike. So maybe adored means like a deep love for her bike, because she knew it like the back of her hand. All right, let's keep reading. Amelia Bedelia had parked her bike at the bike rack. She was about to go into school when she saw some kids buzzing around Suzanne Scroggins. Suzanne was the new girl this year. She told all of her friends to call her Susie. Amelia Bedelia called her Suzanne, even though Amelia Bedelia sat right behind her. Amelia Bedelia had never figured out why Suzanne was so crabby and bossy. Every day except for today, of course, since it was the last day of school before vacation. Amelia Bedelia noticed the difference right away. Suzanne was smiling from ear to ear. Then Amelia Bedelia saw why. Suzanne had a new bike. It was the most beautiful bike in the world. Amelia Bedelia was speechless, but she did make a sound. It was the takes your breath away inhaling sound that you can't control when you see something that amazing. The bike was painted in rich emerald green, with metal flakes that sparkled like diamonds floating just beneath the smooth enamel surface. Gleaming chrome reflected the morning sun, dazzling Amelia Bedelia's eyes. She tried to look away, but she could not take her eyes off of the bike. It hurt to look. It hurt more not to look. Every inch of the bike was so streamlined that it looked as though it was still moving, even after Suzanne had parked it. From the back of her throat, Amelia Bedelia managed to croak, "Nice bike." "Thank you," said Suzanne, "but bikes are bikes." "That's true," said Amelia Bedelia. "Just 2 wheels with spokes." "And lots of gears," said Suzanne. "I don't have any gears," said Amelia Bedelia. All right, so there's our picture that we saw earlier. She's coming to bike with her school, she's coming to school with her bike, and maybe that's Suzanne, since she looks really happy and she's standing beside this bike. "2 tires, definitely," said Suzanne. "Not really," said Amelia Bedelia. "I don't get too tired without gears." "Brakes," said Suzanne. "Sometimes my bike breaks," said Amelia Bedelia. "Then my dad fixes it." Maybe Suzanne was talking about a different kind of brakes, because we see the different spelling here. So Suzanne, when she says, "Does your bike have brakes?" it's B-R-A-K-E-S. But Amelia Bedelia uses brakes, B-R-E-A-K-S. So maybe Suzanne was talking about a bike part, but Amelia Bedelia was talking about her bike actually falling apart. The bell rang. It was time to go inside. As Suzanne locked her bike at the rack, she said, "Don't forget to lock up your bike, Amelia Bedelia." That's when the truth hit Amelia Bedelia. She had never locked up her bike. She didn't have to, because it wasn't worth stealing. Who would want it after seeing the bike? Amelia Bedelia didn't, that's for sure. Everyone followed Suzanne into school, leaving Amelia Bedelia to ponder the difference between the 2 bikes. Ponder seems like a big word. If she's pondering the 2 bikes, maybe let's look at this picture. So with that scribble above her head, maybe she's thinking. So maybe ponder means to think. She felt bad for her bike. She felt bad about feeling bad about her bike. She felt bad, period. Finding out that life is unfair was no way to start out the day, and it was certainly no way to start school vacation. That afternoon after school, Amelia Bedelia avoided everyone, even her friends. She hid behind the dumpster, listening to the laughter and the jokes and the cries of, "Have a good break." Finally, Amelia Bedelia got on her bike and rode home. She took the back way so no one would see her. All right, friends, so that's the end of chapter 1 and chapter 2. I think that all of you students will really enjoy this book because maybe you relate to it. I know when I was in school, or even now, I see something that one of my friends have that I really want. So I know sometimes it's hard, like when you deal with that jealousy, or if you have to work for something that you really want. So I think a lot of you will really relate to this book. So our main idea, let's think about our main idea of these 2 chapters. So basically what we know is that Amelia Bedelia has a bike, but it's not the best bike, okay? It's not the best bike, but she knows someone named Suzanne who has the best bike. And she's dealing with a little bit of shame because hers simply is not the best. But we're going to see as the story continues how she works as hard as she can to have the things that she wants. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Amelia Bedelia Means Business.